Yeah, yeah. What's up, to guys? How is it going right there? I'm Babs, and this is AI Infotech Channel, where we will deal with technicality in technology. We talks about techs and classes on what on technology, and we give the best explanation that even a layman will understand what we are actually talking about. Now, onto this one is what is virtual local area network on what on Cisco packet tracer. We are going to explain how the VLAN works and explain in better word in practical aspect how you are as what as a newbie or you want to refresh your brain. We'll explain to you on how you can actually put this into play in your organization or in your workplace. Okay guys, what is virtual local area network? Is a way of you connecting a switch into what into I mean segmenting a local area network. What did I mean by segmenting a local area network? Now you have a very large network that is on a what on a virtual that is on a switch and not on a what not on a router, and you want to what you want to break out this large network into a smaller network in a what so different departments, or either separate the network on a single switch. That's when what VLAN comes into play. VLAN is a collection of devices or network nodes that communicate with one another as if they were made up on the what on a single local area network. When in reality they are in essence in one or several local area network segments. In a technical sense, a segment is separated from the rest of the LAN by a bridge or a router or a switch. But in this area, I'm going to be using switch to do this, and I feel like it's a very way of you minimizing your expense where you are trying to work configure a network and you don't have a large network and you want to differentiate department, maybe accounting department, HR department. You want to differentiate them. You don't want this network to communicate, you don't want this department to communicate to the other department, or you don't want this other computer to access the file of the other department, and you want to do it on a switch because you don't have enough to buy a router, or you are asked to set it in that way. Now this is where VLAN comes in place. At the end of the class you find out that when I will set this thing, the what the accounting department won't be able to communicate with the HR department, and the HR department won't be able to communicate to the IT department, and on a single switch network, and the switch is directly connected to the internet and not a router in this one. Now come with me while I show you what I'm actually talking about for you to understand what I'm trying to say. Now you take out your computer to add this. Now I'm going to put in a lot of computers here in order to differentiate what I'm trying to pass. Okay guys, now I would name these I'm going to bring out the notes. I will name this the HR department. And I'll name these the IT department. I'm going to name these I'm going to name these counting departments. Okay guys, now we are going to use the straight to cable to connect these devices, and we assign them an IP address. I'm going to connect this to this fast Ethernet 0/1. Connect this to the fast Ethernet 0/2. Fast Ethernet main. Connect this to fast Ethernet 0/4. Connect this to the fast Ethernet 0/5. Then connect this to 0/6. Okay. Now guys, now we have 6 devices, and this 6 devices is connected to the switch. The switch is going to act in form of a router now. Like, we are going to start using the switch to distribute packets to this to these devices. Now we are going to assign up to this computer an IP address on the same network. We are going to use class C IP address, and I'm going to assign from 192.168. Let me use the notes so that you won't misunderstand what I'm trying to pass. Now 192.168 .20.1 network. I'm going to give this 192.168.20.2 network. I'm going to give this one here 192.168.20. and you see they're on the same network node. They're on the same network node. .3 network. Then I'm going to give this 192.168.20.4 network. Okay. And I'm going to give this 192.168. Sorry, 192.20.5 network, and this 192.168.20.6 network. Okay guys, if you have reached this extent and you follow me up to this minute, I will beseech you to kindly click on the subscribe button so you will be the first person to watch my next video. As I will be uploading, you'll be the first person to be notified. And I want to thank you for all my new subscribers and viewers. I really appreciate you. You are kindly welcome. Now don't forget to as well to use the comment section for your work, for your concern, and let me know how you feel about this about the video. I will be glad to and I will try my possible best to reply you as soon as I can. Now guys, we are going to assign this IP address one after the other. I'm going to assign this IP address one after the other. Go to use the pixel. Okay, so desktop configuration. We'll start going with 192 or 168 plus 20 plus 1. So I'm going to come here. .2. You realize they're all on the same word, on the same network, on the same network configuration. 3, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, then this will be what, the 4. Five. And should be .6. Oh, sorry. .6. Okay, guys. We've done that. Now, if you see this, I want you to take note of something, and at the end of the day, I want to also take note of the result. The result we are going to get here is that these two networks will be able to communicate with this one, and this one you won't be able to communicate with this one because they are on the different department. Okay, the user here is complaining that they are intercepting the file, a file from the HR department, and does not like it simply because is putting his work into a problem. I mean, there are people that are not to see, they are seeing her work, and she doesn't like it. Okay, guys, now, and you as a network admin, you are asked to to virtualize this network, like differentiate it from each other. Put this two network, differentiate it from this other two network, differentiate this one from this network, differentiate this one from this network, so that they won't be able to communicate together. Now, by default, you will know that they are able to communicate by using the ping syntax. Okay, let me use the command prompt. We say ping 192.168 the 20.6. Can you see? So this has confirmed that no matter what you are trying to ping here, it's going to communicate simply because they are connected together on the same on the same network. They are connected on the same network. Now at the end of this class, you'll find out that they won't be able to communicate again simply because you have virtualized the network. I mean, you virtualize the local area network. Now mind you, this is not on your router network. Now look at the simulation, and let's put something into play here. Okay, now I'm going to test all this. You see that they're all communicating together. They're all communicating together successfully. See? Can you see? Can you see? They're all communicating. Okay, now I've not configured the word, I've not configured the the router. I mean, sorry, the switch. Okay guys, now I'm going to close this down. I'm going to bring, I see this was a success. This one was a success. It was success. Okay, now I'm going to, okay, I'm getting successful one by one. Can you see the second one is success and the third one is a success? So if you send packet from this place to here, is to still be a success, simply because they are still on the same network. Now for your information, check this out. You still see that there will still be a success against two that I just ping. Wait, relax, it's gonna work. ICMP, internet communication. It's going to be a success here. You just watch. Now why I continue on this one, I'm going to bring out the word, the CLI of this router, and I'm going to work. Can you see that they are all start up simply because I have set the whole configuration, I mean, of the word of the computer. So at the end of this class, you'll see that they won't be able to work, they won't be able to communicate together again. So I'm going to start by enable this word, enables the switch, enable, show VLAN, Can you see there's no VLAN that is attached to this word, to this network? No VLAN at all. Okay, there are no VLAN that are assigned to this network, and you can also see the interface of the fast internet ready to work, ready to be intercept. All right guys, now I'm going to move it. Can you see now this has been successful? Okay, that means that we're on the same network. All right, now set that aside. Now let's move to the real D. Yeah, this is where you got to know how you can configure the VLAN. Now the first step you are going to do is to create a VLAN. How do you create the VLAN? You say config T, that means what? You enter into the global configuration mode, and you say create a VLAN 10, VLAN 10 name, accounting. You can just put ACC accounting. Now exits. You've created a VLAN 10. Now you enter another VLAN. Let's first create all the VLANs. Now you say VLAN what? VLAN 20. Enter their name, HR, or let's see the next one. The next one is IT. Okay, IT. Okay, enter. Then you exit out. Exit. That's done for what? For VLAN 20. Then you create for what? Exit out first. Okay, you already exit out. Now create VLAN what? VLAN 30. VLAN 30. Name. The name is going to be what? It's going to be the HR department. HR department. Name HR. Okay, HR. Alright, then you exit out. Okay, now that you've exited, you are going to work. We're going to give our host a name, a switch, host name, VLAN. Host name, host name VLAN. Okay, now that's the word, that's the switch name for the identifier. Now, since this has been done, the next thing we are going to do is quite simple. There's no more add thing here anymore. So first, before I continue, I would like to show you the word VLAN. VLAN package is it. Show VLAN. Okay. Show. I see all the VLANs are been set. I'm gonna set VLAN. Let's save it. Okay, now can you see all the VLANs have been what I said 10, 20, and 30. Now this one we are going to set the accounting department. We are going to do all the necessary things by what, by assigning the word, by switching the port to the right VLAN. Now what we are going to do now is what, let's go back to mode, configuration mode, by using the word config t. Okay, now this is the config t. Now we're going to do what, VLAN. We're going to what, say VLAN 10, enter. Then you're going to on the word, on the port for that VLAN 10 by saying switch ports mode. Oh, okay, you're going to say switch ports access VLAN 10 let's exit out first. Say switch ports access VLAN 10. Switch so we are going to access this the ports of this first one, which is what, fast internet 0/1 interface FE 0/1. Well, can we just confirm? Okay, 0/5. That's the interface. 0/5. Interface. Okay. I'm going to say exit first. are going to say FA 0/5 to make it more faster. Then you say switch port mode access. That is on. To on the interface, now say switch port access VLAN 10. So what the syntax means that you are asking the word this interface fast FA 0/5 to what, to switch the port to what, to access VLAN 10. That means we are switching the port FA to be connected to the what, to the VLAN 10 that we created earlier. That's that on that. Then you now say exit. You now say interface what, interface NTFA then NTFA 0/6 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, can I kindly confirm? Okay, 0/6. I'm on track. Okay, 0/6. Then click on enter. You now say switch port mode access. That means you are switching on the port to access. Now switch port access what, access VLAN 10. So you are asking this two interface to access VLAN 10 for what, for different communication. Now this two port has been differentiated, has been removed from the word, from other virtual network that is in that word that is attached to that switch. Can you see that it's bringing out a yellow signal, which means what, they are not on different interface anymore. It has been switched to different interface. Now exit. Now I'm going to do the next one, which is the interface FA, which is what, 0/7 enter switch port mode access. Then now say switch port access what, access VLAN 20, which is what, the IT department. Okay, so you're asking the interface FA 0/7, which is what, the port that the computer with the IP address 192.168.20.3 is connected to. You are asking it to switch to VLAN 20, which is the IT department. I think you are getting me. That's that on that I say exit. Then you now go again and say INTFA, then 0/8. You are getting me. Now we move this and say enter. Now say switch port mode access. And you now say switch port access what, access VLAN 20. So now two different network has been authorized to access VLAN 20. Now say exit. Okay, that's that on that. Okay, now we've set that, and we will move down to the HR department. Now say INTFA 0. Can I just check this out? Let me check this out. FA 0/1, FA 0/1, FA 0/1. Okay, FA 0/1. What is this one committed to? Oh my god. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. What I'm going to do one at a time. One, then to this one, to This one is what is okay. This one is what 3. Oh, sorry, I think I have to do something here by going back here and do something here. So 3 and 4 has to access VLAN 20 as well. So nothing has spoiled much. Okay, nothing has spoiled much. Okay, fast and is just for 3. Then this 4. Okay, now 3 and 4 has to access what? Access VLAN 1, VLAN 20. That's what, that's that. Now interface FA 0/3, then switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20, switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, exit. Okay, that has been initiated. Can you see it's changing the word? It's changing interface. Now let's say interface what? FA 0/4. Enter. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 20. Then exit. Now, so this is the last time that switch all this ports. Now the next thing we are going to do is to do the last standard, which is the HR department. The HR department. That's a interface FA 0/. Let me check this for confirmation purpose so that you won't be working. Okay, 1 and what? And 2. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Let's say 0/1. Enter. Then we have to switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 1. VLAN 30. Then say enter. Then exit. Can you see? Then we enter into the interface what? FA 0/2. Enter. So switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 30. So that is doing this. Okay guys, can you see that we are right on track? Now we have to move to the next, but before that I would like to show you what I've done in the show VLAN. So I'm going to do WR to save this configuration, then exit out, then exit again, and enable, and show VLAN. Can you see? You can see the mistake I made while assigning the IT, can you see the 7 and the other one, can you see 1 2? That was a mistake I made. Can you see the HR 1 and 2, then the IT department has 0 3 and 4, then 7 and 8, then the accounting department has just 2 5 and 6, which was now what I'm going to do now is to test it for you, so if you see that all I did was what was right. Now I'm going to do something here that will shock you if you're new to it, or you've been trying it, you will like it more, okay, and it can refresh your work, can refresh your memory. So command prompt. Now you could know from here I was pinging the word 192.168. Can you see? When I was pinging the 192.168.20.6, and it was what accepted. Now can you see? This time around it won't be what accessing it, simply because I've switched the interface off from the word I've created a VLAN and created it in a different VLANs. So because they are on different interface on the switch, they won't be able to access each other. But when I ping the next one to it, which is 192.168, it's taking a bit. Okay, when I ping the next one, which is the 192.168 dot 20.2, they'll be able to access each other and communicate more better. Let's do a simulation for this. Simulation, and let's ping this. You see that they won't be able to communicate together. Can you see from this one to this one? That's another one. Can you see progress? They won't be able to communicate. I'm going to play it. Hey, come in. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see they won't be able to communicate? Okay guys, if there is anything you will still like me to expatiate or show you, you could just use the comment section and I'll explain more better. Thank you for taking your time. I'm Babs, and don't forget to like and share, comment. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful